everyone, especially bunny parents. I can't believe that I would be doing a video like this. Everyone who knows me knows that I am the biggest advocate for hay or grass for bunnies. But it so happened that on Thanksgiving morning, my husband and we had both decided a big celebration in the evening. And as usual, in the morning routine for my bunnies, I washed a big bowl of vegetables for both Coco and Clocklet, and I usually give them lettuce, two leaves, cilantro or coriander, and a little bit of dill, and sometimes I add fennel if I have it, and once a month kale. But on Thanksgiving, I gave them lettuce, cilantro, and dill. And when I gave the bowl of veggies, each separately, one to Coco and one to Clarklet, while Coco started having her vegetables, Clarklet just sniffed his and turned his nose up and walked away. Now, this is so unusual of Clarklet because he is the first one to jump on his vegetables, and after he finishes his bowl, he goes and he finishes Coco's, whatever's left. So, I was surprised, and I didn't give it much thought at that time. So I thought maybe he doesn't want to have vegetables first. So I gave him a little bit of hay. He turned his nose up at that too. Then I gave him his dose of pellets, which is like I literally count them out to around 10 to 12. And he turned his nose up at that as well. And I realized that something really drastically wrong. There's something drastically wrong. And the best part is that he had pooped the night before, and you know, bunnies can poop around 200 to 300 pellets per day. And he had a good poop in the night, and his stomach was clear. But in spite of that, he didn't eat his veggies. So I took a call. I called my husband who had gone to office, and I told him that I've got to get clocked to the doctor ASAP and to the vet ASAP. And it was 8 in the morning, and the doctor wasn't going to be available till 10 a.m., which is okay because I hope that it was not that much of an emergency. And I said, okay, I can wait till 10 a.m. And I called the vet which I'm comfortable with, and I called another one which is supposed to be even better, but they couldn't give me an appointment. Even though I stated it was an emergency, they couldn't give me an appointment before 12:30. So I was not going to wait till 12:30. I just somehow managed to put Clocklet in his carrier, and I took him to the vet. Now, what the vet did was he examined Clocklet, and he said probably he's lost his appetite, and he administered a couple of uh, vitamin drops to him, and he tranced him, which I didn't like. But that's the only way that he could administer the drops apparently. And I brought Clocklet home. Now, since Clocklet and Coco sleep in the mornings and on the night, he was rather drowsy. So I thought maybe after having a little bit of time to relax, he's going to be having his vegetables. So I offered his vegetables to him again. Again, the same thing. He didn't have his vegetables. He didn't have his pellets, and he didn't have his hay either. I took him to the garden. He didn't have fresh grass at all. He was lethargic. His ears were very cold, and he didn't want to have anything at all. So I fathomed that probably he's having a bout of gas which he's never had in the 1.5 years of his life. And I was a little upset. So I asked my driver to get Simithicon gas drops, which are gas drops for babies, and I thought I'll administer it to him. And I called up the vet again, and the known vet, my vet, Dr. Michael, was available at 2 p.m. So from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., Clocklet had not got any treatment which he needed. So again, I put him in the carrier. This time it was very difficult because he had already gone in the carrier once, and bunnies, if they have a bad experience, they don't want to come into the carrier again. And running up and down the stairs, somehow we managed to get him into the carrier, and we took him to Dr. Michael, who had done his neuter surgery and knew Clocklet very well. So Dr. Michael looked at him and said, I think it could be a bout of GI stasis. And he said, this is my plan of action. I'm going to give a pain medicine. I'm going to administer it under the skin. I'm going to be giving him something for gut motility, and I'll also be giving him saline. So I said okay, and we agreed, and we thought that it's going to help Clocklet, and it did. But Dr. Michael also said, what do you feed Clocklet in a day? And I told him, Doctor, I feed him veggies thrice a day, the same veggies, but I balance them out throughout the day. I give him only 12 pellets per meal, and I sometimes give him a thin slice of apple or pear. He has his treats, and of course, he has plenty of hay. And guess what Dr. Michael said? He said, well, today you are going to douse Clocklet with all his favorite foods and give him everything in excess just to get his gut mobilized. And then I thought, have I been underfeeding Clocklet? I mean, I've been watching all these channels just telling me that pellets are not good for a bunny. Give hay, give hay, give hay. But how much of hay can a rabbit eat? I mean, I even put hay toppers, and they are good hay eaters. But apparently, hay was not doing the job, and Clocklet is molting now. So I I kept those words of Dr. Michael in my head, and I said that I'm going to share it with all bunny owners. And I just want to tell you, friends, make sure that you are not underfeeding your bunny. I actually I have the habit of looking up Google all the time for everything, and I saw that yes, we can feed pellets to our bunnies, and according to their weight, Clocklet is 10 lbs, that is 4.3 kgs approximately, and he can have up to 3/4 cups of pellets per day, and I was just feeding him not even a quarter cup. Then how can my little bunny have his gut mobilized? And I was feeling so bad, and I said, I'm never going to deprive him food again. And I just wanted to tell everyone that it is okay to feed your bunny pellets. And pellets actually saved my Clocklet's life, because I was feeding him on the first day of his stasis pellets every 1.5 to 2 hours. Luckily, I didn't have to go into stage of feeding him critical care, even though the doctor said that that might have been needed. But I didn't have to go into that stage, luckily. And my little bunny boy was fully recovered. He did not eat hay for 2 days because apparently he was just sick of it. On the first 2 days, he did not eat, he was just preferring pellets, and he was so happy. And on the third day, he recovered. He started eating hay. I thought something was wrong with his teeth because he was refusing hay and even all his wooden toys. So I thought there was something wrong with his teeth, and that I would have to go again to the better vet, which is very difficult to get. But apparently they do have dental apparatus for bunnies. But luckily things turned out well, and pellets helped my bunny, and he started eating hay, he started playing with his toys, he started playing outside, and he was really happy and healthy. I even had ordered the Oxbow adult rabbit pellets, and he enjoyed those. And now I do not deny him pellets at all. I would rather have a healthy and happy bunny than denying him the things which he loves. And all bunny owners, please remember, always Google and research what your bunny can have. Sometimes Google also gives the wrong information. So try to learn from your friends about what is right. I recently saw a very big bunny channel say, on her channel, she said, bunnies don't need pellets at all. This is absolutely wrong. Bunnies can live on water and hay alone. That is absolutely wrong. Please don't listen to things like that. I got psyched with it and I don't want anyone else to have such a bad experience. I hope this video helped you. And if you have any questions, please discuss in the comment section below and help each other. And that is how we all can learn. I learned through my experience. I almost lost my baby bunny boy, and I am never going to listen to the big bunny channels. The only thing which I learned is, yeah, when there is anything wrong or there is a behavioral change with your bunny or the bunny is not eating, take him to the vet immediately. That is the only way that you can save his life and tell him how much you love him. Bye. I hope this video was useful. Thank you very much for watching.